risings to you. Happy and joyous day. I stop saying good, that other word because a lot of times we say things out of habit and we don't even realize that we're speaking death and detriment over ourselves. That's all I got to say about that. So, grand horizons, grand awakenings, great arisings to you. Good afternoon, good evening. I look up good evening. Anyway, and good night. Whenever and wherever you may be watching from, this is Roderick Chappelle with Plant-Based Homestead Prepper. And at Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, we make prepping fun. We are a family of folks who are just trying to move from a urban city environment to a more rural country living and lifestyle. We just purchased us a little small farm, about 3 acres. And right now, total, we have 5 dogs, about 60 chickens, 1 goat, 1 turkey, 4 ducks, and I think I'm leaving something out. We're looking at getting 2 cats. I need some barn cats. I got some mice out in my barn, and of course they're wreaking havoc already. They destroyed several of my preps, so I'm not one to put out poisons and all that kind of stuff. So want to get some cats and hopefully they can hunt them down for me. It's the grand circle of life. But anyway, I wanted to come in and talk with you guys this morning just about what are you willing to do, what are you willing to pay. What am I talking about? For success. What are you willing to do and what are you willing to pay for success? I heard the story of a guy, and I can't remember what the company was, but they, it was like a fencing company or a piping making manufacturing company or whatever. And this guy used to have to paint the edge of whatever it was red every day. He would just go to work and he just paint all this stuff red, to eventually where his hand was permanently stained pink. It wouldn't the stain, whatever he was painting, it wouldn't come off his hand. And he was known as the man with the red hand. I'm not making this up. This is a true story. Well, this is a true story that I heard. I don't know if anybody made it up or not. But and that story has always stuck with me because we are willing to have get married or not, have children or not, but those of us that do have children, we're willing to take our children and go take them to the lowest bidder, drop our most valuable assets off with them, leave them for 8, 9, 10, 12 hours sometimes 16 hours when I was in the military. And notice I said shop them out to the lowest bidder. So you're taking your greatest asset, your children, taking them to the lowest bidder who will watch them for 8, 10, 12 hours, hoping that they'll be safe to come back and spend maybe an hour or two with them getting them dinner, then getting them bedded down, maybe helping with some homework. And I've always thought about, is that all that life has to offer? Now, I'm getting older, and I'm starting to want to enjoy, life a little bit more. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, man, it would be nice to own a Ferrari. It'd be really nice to, these are dreams I've had my whole entire life. But now I can really see it, I can see it coming. I want to buy an airplane. I want to be able to just get up and be like, hey, Jennifer, where you want to, let's go to such and such this weekend. And we go get our pilot's license. And we just be like, okay, well, we're going to go somewhere. We fuel up the plane that's in the backyard and take off. Set our travel plans and fly where we're going to go, touch down, get some more fuel, fly to the next place, touch down, get some fuel, and then fly and land, and bam, we're at our location, get fuel, spend however much time we say we're going to spend there, and then fly back, and that'd be like a 2-3 day trip. But what do those things take? Because people do live that way, right? Good morning. I can't tell who this is. Too much sun in my eye. But hello to you. I think hello is another one of those words too. I'm gonna say hi. So when you say hell and then low, I'm starting to study these words again. I was on it a few years back, You know, once you go down, once you get into this prepper rabbit hole, it is so hard to come out of it. You know, it's almost kind of like, you know, people say when you got a hammer, every problem is solved with a hammer. It's kind of like when you're a prepper, you start putting on these lenses where you see everything as a prepper, and it's crazy. You know, I've been watching these videos people posting about Texas last week, and I didn't even know this because I'm not watching or listening to news right now. But I guess Texas had threatened to secede the nation. Is that true? Is there any truth to that rumor? Well, anyway, if that is true, it's just mighty funny that, you know, if that rumor did come out, Texas just experienced the worst snowstorm, which that never happens in Texas. It just doesn't snow like that. It doesn't snow in Texas. And they had snow all the way down to like Galveston. They had snow in San Antonio. San Antonio is like Mexico, San Antonio. What in the world? Are you serious? You guys had snow in San Antonio. I mean, to the point where friends of mine were without power for days. Yes, Texas was going to succeed. Yeah, I mean, is that not ironic? That, hey, how you doing? That Texas. Oh, that's Jean. Hey, Jean, and Lady Grace. Excuse me. I mean, is it not ironic that these rumors of Texas started, talking about succeeding, and then they get hit by the biggest snowstorm of all time? Does anybody else think it's something like fishy there? And I've been saying for years that the powers that be can control the weather. And I know a lot of folks think I'm crazy as hell, which is fine. You can think whatever you want, because I just think a little bit differently. First of all, I don't trust anything. I definitely don't trust anything I see on TV. But when I heard about all this stuff going on in Texas, I called my people. I was like, hey, what's going on? Oh, yeah, it's cold. It's like 2 foot of snow out here. So we don't have any power. And I'm like, what? You don't have any power in Texas? The largest state? The place where we produce most of the oil and refineries doesn't have power? You gotta be kidding me, really? Anybody else think it's some BS going on, or is it just me? I thought it was weird that they were going to succeed in snow. Well, I mean, I'm just not finding out about this stuff, so I'm like, I'm putting 1 and 1 together. I'm getting 15 because I'm adding up so many other things. That state with its own grid, yeah. That's why I'm like, interesting. But I'm seeing that as, okay, that's like, I can see that being controlled, but I can also see that a test too. Let's hit the place that probably is the least prepared for this kind of natural disaster. Let's see how they react and what happens. And you had some deaths. Some people died last week in Texas due to the storm, due to the cold. So what does that tell the rest of us? That tells the rest of us that at any given time, and let's just take man-made control out of it. Let's just say that naturally at any given time, things can happen. So the question I'm asking for you this morning or to you is, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to pay? What price are you willing to pay to live the way you want to live? What are you willing to give up? Because see, my family and I, we've given up vacations, we've given up new cars, we've given up a whole bunch of things. All right, hold on. What are you saying? Texas had storms like this before. Not when I was living in Texas. I was born and raised in Texas. Never has happened before. I've talked to all my family and people that are in Texas. And I'm like, have you ever experienced this before? And every one of them was like, no. This has never happened in Texas like this. Never. So yeah, it would snow, an inch, and then later on that day it'd be like 70 degrees and throw it all out. Let me see, man, we were like the governor went on vacation. Not it happened about 100 years. Oh yeah, okay, well 100 years ago I wasn't alive. So I just find it fishy. You know, I'm not pointing any fingers. I just find it fishy. And I don't have any data to refute what you're saying, Kansas Terry, as far as it happening 100 years ago. I don't have any data. So we're just gonna take it as yeah, the grand solar minimum is, you know, that's in play too, but it's just not adding up for me. Oh, Chocolate Beauty, hey Chocolate Beauty, it's just not adding up for me. Okay, it's just not adding up. And I didn't want to talk about it while it was going on because people were hurting and people were in trouble. But now that it's over, yeah, shit was fishy. Okay, had no idea what was happening. My family, what's at me? Cool. Yeah, I mean it's just I smell a rat. How about that? I smell a freaking rat. Um, Now, hey, I'm hoping that everything was all natural and it's the grand solar minimum and all that. But it's been a long time. How are you? I am well. Thank you for asking. Wait, how many people died? I think the last count I heard was like it's either 15 or 50. I can't. If does anybody know that statistic? If anybody knows that, please put it in the chat. How many people actually died in Texas during the snowstorm of 2021? Please. You know, it's funny. Jennifer, I don't know, she was on some social media, and somebody had posted God talking to one of the angels, and you know, all the stuff that happened in 2020. God was like, I told you to put, it was something kind of like, I told you to put a decade's worth in the 20s, not in 2020. You know, it was something like that. So I just found that to be amusing. But it seemed like it's just a continuation of what 20 brought us. Does anybody else feel that way? They're going to try to get all of us. They're going to try to. Now, I haven't heard of Agenda 21. Please explain, Gene. Please explain. I'm almost at my destination too, so we're going to end here in about probably 3 to 5 minutes. But I just wanted to come in and just ask you, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to give up to get the things in life that you want? Because I don't care how you believe. We all have to agree that you only have one life to live. Can everybody just agree on that? We only have one life to live, and when it's over, it's over. None of us know what's going to happen. You know, some of us believe certain things, but we don't know, right? The population. Well, I'm hearing that too. And there's a lot of theories, and I don't even like to say conspiracy theories anymore. There are a lot of theories out about this vaccine. What I gave up was what I did not value, so I am good. Go to the World Economic Forum website to learn about Agenda 21. Okay, cool. Shweedums. So anyway, y'all, I've been preaching and teaching cryptocurrency and Bitcoin since like last summer. I'm gonna give you guys an update. I got a new investment started about a month. Well, this is my 30th day. Very, very pleasantly surprised with what has gone on. You know, it's kind of funny. Ever since I left the job at the church, things have just opened up to me, and Jennifer, of course, and have blossomed. So a lot of times you gotta get rid of the old so you can get the new. Just is what it is, you know. Agenda 2030 in the New World Order. Yeah, I've been talking to a friend of mine about that this week. And she's like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to get with it and such and blah blah blah. Well, I mean, you know, we really can't stop it. Y'all do realize that, right? Ray Hagen's talking about these things. Yes, I love Dr. Ray. I love Dr. I haven't watched him in a couple months, but I love watching Dr. Ray Hagen. I like a lot of his old stuff. This new Dr. Ray he's more chill. But old Dr. Ray, man, he being your business, you know. He give you the business. But yeah, this new Dr. Ray, he's just sitting. He's got a little music going, and He's just sitting there talking in front of the camera, which I mean, I know that, he's not getting out and everything apparently. But old Dr. Ray, oh my goodness. And I love that example. This is your level of awareness. Everything inside this circle, the things that you think you know. Said God, church still love God. Cynthia, hey Cynthia, how are you? God, did you say something? Rod and Jen? I can't tell what that is. So anyway, everything that you think you know is inside of this circle. Everything you don't know is outside of that circle. And ever since I went through that exercise with him, I've just had such a more open mind about everything. And I think that if everybody would look at their life that way, these are the things I think I know. And a lot of things that you think you know, you're wrong about. Because a lot of things that we think we know, we've been taught. And a lot of things that we think we know that we've been taught, we were taught wrong. And what if, a lot of times I'll look at things and I'm like, what if it's the opposite of what I'm thinking? And a lot of times you'll be right. A lot of times you will be right if you look at things and you take the eyeglass of what if it's the opposite of what I'm thinking. Anyway, we can have a whole series about that. Whole entire series. So listen, I'm almost at my destination. Well, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Y'all please hit the like button before we end. I only see one like, and it's like 700 people on here, and it's only one like. Can y'all help me out before we end and hit the like button, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. All right, there you guys go. Y'all creeping it up a little bit. All right, a few more. Come on, a few more before we end. I'm about to part. Come on, y'all, help me out. I go by my heart. Church but still love God. What's that? God bless Rod and Jen? Okay. Y'all, I'm terrible with emojis. All right. Never mind. Decline. Scam likely. Hello, everyone. I didn't say hi. You didn't do that, Gene. All right, so we out of here. I may come back in a little later. Y'all keep Jennifer in prayer. She goes into surgery Monday. And I ain't gonna say I'm going crazy, but I'm going crazy. I'm losing it. But it's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be fine. I gotta come to this house like once every 2 weeks because somebody in here, and I know who it is, I'm just not gonna mention their name. Somebody in here breaks the toilet every 2 weeks. Thank you for praying. We appreciate that. Hello. Okay. All right, so we out of here. Send y'all some love as always. Y'all go back through. When y'all go back through and y'all watch the replays, y'all do me a favor and start commenting on the replays. I need all the help I can on this channel, okay? Y'all be blessed. Take care.